Last night we talked again about how US President Joe Biden had not given a single press conference since his inauguration in January, more than 60 days without facing the media properly. And we discussed his problems with a surge of would-be migrants on the Mexican border as we previewed his first White House press conference, which was imminent. Well, it happened last night and it was a whole lot worse than most of the media will ever tell you. First up, border protection. And instead of admitting that abandoning Donald Trump's border wall and taking a softer stand on immigration was encouraging a rush on the borders, President Biden proffered another reason.
People are coming because I'm the nice guy. That's the reason why it's happening. That I'm a decent man, or however it's phrased. That, that's why they're coming, because Biden's a good guy.
Wow. Now, not only is that very lame, it also doesn't seem to explain the increase in potential immigrants and rush on the borders that the Trump administration was trying to deal with.
Does anybody suggest that there was a 31% increase under Trump because he was a nice guy and he was doing good things at the border?
Yeah, it's kind of confused, isn't it, and inconsistent on a crucial national policy issue. Then again, perhaps it's not surprising when you consider how long the president spent in the Senate.
We should go back to a position of the filibuster that existed just when I came to the United States Senate 120 years ago.
120 years ago? He's not that old. Now, since the press conference, pictures have emerged of cheat notes the president had on hand. Some were noting key issues and facts, fair enough, and another one with photos of the journalists and their names with numbers penned alongside them, presumably in the order in which that they were going to ask their questions. But this didn't seem to help Joe Biden much.
I had a card on this. I was going to give you the statistics, but you probably know them. That it used to be that
This, ladies and gentlemen, is the leader of the free world. I hope you feel secure. I think the leader of the free world needs to be robust and sharp, and this is alarming.
We want to work together, or they'll decide that the way in which they want to proceed is to just.
Now, former President Donald Trump was watching this and he noticed the sharp difference between this unsteady but polite episode and the constant sparring he endured and sometimes enjoyed with journalists.
Well, they were strange questions and they were asked in a very interesting way. It was like softballs, like you're throwing softballs up. And it's just a different world. Nobody's seen anything like it. You know it. You know it better than anybody. You cover it so well. And it's very sad to watch, actually. They're feeding him questions. They're easy questions. I noticed Peter Doocy didn't get to ask a question today, and there could be no difficult questions. And they're ready to rip the microphone away if somebody did get a little bit testy. Look, the whole thing is ridiculous. You know it, and so do I.
But Biden, incredibly, suggests he might be a candidate again in 2024.
My predecessor. Oh, God, I miss him. No, an answer is yes. My plan is to run for re-election.
Surely he jests. A grateful nation holds its breath. A grateful world, perhaps. The poor bloke knows that if he admits this early that he won't run again, he'll be a lame duck from the start. So we get this farce.
If you do run, will Vice President Harris be on your ticket?
I would fully expect that to be the case. She's doing a great job. She's a great partner. She's a great partner.
And do you believe you'll be running against former President Trump?
Oh, come on. I don't even think about it. I have no idea.
You can say that again. Now, I don't want to be too unkind here. I love elderly people. I hope to be one myself someday. But this is the most important man in the world. And at 78, he does not appear to be up to the task, certainly when it comes to this sort of public advocacy.
So the best way to get something done, if it holds near and dear to you that you like to be able to, anyway, we're going to get a lot done.
This is no joke, and just because you're glad Trump is gone doesn't mean you have to cheer for Biden. These are dangerous times with a pandemic still ongoing, China belligerent and aggressive, economic uncertainty around the world. We need strong leadership from the US, and surely there is nobody in the US, Australia or any other liberal democracy who could draw any comfort from that sort of performance, except perhaps for the Vice President Kamala Harris, I guess.